Alecia got tired of me bringing these new ideas to her. She'd be like, no more businesses. This has to stop.
It stresses me out a little bit. So we thought, why don't we come up with this podcast, or he can still come up with the ideas, but we don't have to do all of them. And then maybe we can pick just one.
Maybe.
If
no.
Lord sees.
We will. We're going to. Yes. In Jesus' name.
Big dreams, big laughs, hit play, get rich, I get roasted in the mix.
You ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Welcome to Almost Entrepreneurs, where we dream big ideas, we break them down, and then we ask the question, do we want to do this, or do we want to give it to you? So I'm here. My name is Matt. I'm here with my wife, Alecia Dawkins.
Wow.
So you got that full name in there. And we figured we'd start episode 1 with giving you a little bit of the backstory. Why Almost Entrepreneurs? Why are we doing this podcast? So, Alecia, why don't you give the people a little bit of our family dynamic? Tell them about our family.
All right. So we have 4 kids. They are right now 3, 5, 7, 9. Which is super handy.
Yeah, it's very helpful. Like, we have 5 months.
Right.
That changes.
Right.
Yeah.
It was 2, 4, 6, 8. Now it's 3, 5, 7, 9. But we have 1 daughter. She's the oldest, and 3 sons. Yeah. So it's a very busy household.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows, the plan is to get all of them on this podcast at some point.
Yes.
How in the world are we doing this podcast right now? Well, tell everybody where our kids are and how in the world you've worked your magic so that we have 8 minutes to do a podcast.
One's in a nap. One's on a tablet. 2 are at school, which I will be rushing off to get soon.
So we're busy. We're a busy family.
Very busy.
Probably not unlike most families, which is a little bit of why we're doing this podcast, right? And so tell people a little bit of like our professional journey and maybe why we have maybe a little bit of qualification to even be having this podcast.
Okay. So Matt is a creator. He's a creative brain and an entrepreneur. So we've done a lot of different things. We were pastors. We own a CrossFit gym. We have currently a media business, and Matt really can do multiple things at one time. I like to focus on one thing. But when Matt comes to me with a new idea, it stresses me out a little bit because then that could change things. And with, 4 kids, little kids, that can shake things up. And so we thought, why don't we come up with this podcast, or he can still come up with the ideas, but we don't have to do all of them. So you guys get to do them. We can empower you. And then maybe we can pick just one.
Maybe.
If Lord sees.
We will. We're going to. Yes. In Jesus' name. So
we will.
So in other words, Alecia got tired of me bringing these new ideas to her. I would spend all this time deep diving into what it would take to start this business. And I would come to Alecia and she'd be like, no more businesses. This has to stop. And I love what I do. I love my family. My family is my world. And that's no exaggeration. I'm so lucky. Our kids will never know how lucky they were to grow up in a house with parents that are so present and want to be.
And love each other. Like each other even.
But there is this, like, I have another face.
Right.
And that face is like, I want to start new things. I want to conquer the world. I want to solve more problems. And so instead of me just throwing up on Alecia every day, new ideas, we figured, let's channel this energy. Let's create some ideas that maybe one of them in 2027, that's the goal. 50 businesses in 2026 that we present to you. And one of them, if you haven't taken it yet, one of them, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And she's so excited, about that. But
my nervous laugh.
here's where this is fulfilling for me. More than it scratches the itch, I get to come up with a new business. Honestly, I remember, Alecia, we were just talking about this. I remember sitting across the table from Jason Johnson. We're at Starbucks in like Johns Island. If you're this in South Carolina and you're Charleston. And he goes, I think you should open a CrossFit gym. And it changed our life. It really changed our life. We were in a difficult season. We were navigating, trying to figure out what in the world we were going to do. I was looking at Indeed and job descriptions and trying to figure it out. And Jason said those, and it changed our life. It changed our livelihood. It changed our dynamic. We went on to build a crazy, amazing community in just outside of Charleston.
Right.
And it changed our life because someone was willing to present it to me. And you know what? He said it out loud, just like we are. And I think God is the one that kind of pointed it to my ears and my heart. And this podcast has the same potential to do that. We're just throwing ideas out there. And if, you know what? If God gives you a little tug and says, hey, this one's for you, you better let us know, because nothing would make us more exciting than to know that we got to fuel your dream and maybe even bring it to light. It would be an honor for us. So what to expect on the podcast, right? Tell the people what they can expect on these podcasts. What are we doing? Break it down for the people.
All right. We're going to talk about a business idea. Then we're going to talk about how we would make it our own if it was our business idea, what the budget looks like, and then we will rank it, according to what we think. Would we do it or not? And then we'll send it to you guys. And so even if it's not like a 10 for us, it could be a 10 for you. And that conversation that Matt had with Jason really did change our lives. And one thing I'll say about owning a business is being an entrepreneur gives us so much flexibility. I mean, I come in today and Matt has a second in between clients where he's reading a book to our son. And it's beautiful to have that type of flexibility and to be that present with our kids. So hopefully, and really, I am passionate about helping you guys launch something that could change your life. And encouragement, that's my gift. I love to encourage people. We both have that gift. And so anything we can do to cheer you on and spark something great, we would love to do that for you.
Yeah. And I think we agreed that we're going to start these episodes with the problem that the business is going to solve. Like, the problems need to matter to, if you're just going to start a business, the problem needs to matter to you in a way that it's sort of like, this is the stake that you're going to drive in the ground. It's excited. You're excited to wake up to that problem to solve, and it keeps you up at night. Something that really gets you excited. And so, but these will all be, with exception to a few, and I'll mention that in 10 seconds. These are problems that we deal with, that we want solutions for.
Yeah, please.
Like us and people like us.
Near us.
Yes. So we would love for all 50 of these businesses to start in Conway, South Carolina in the next year. So if you're in Conway and you're watching this is us shoulder tapping you and say, take this and run with it. So with the exception to a few, we threw this out in the intro. One of the things that we would love is if you own a business or you have an idea to start a business, put it in the comments below and let us know, because we would love nothing more than to reimagine what that business could look like for you.
And sometimes it's just nice to hear someone out of the framework give their perspective. Someone comes into your business, they experience it. What did you like? What could you see differently? And hopefully that could be very helpful to you as well. So we'd love to help.
At this point, we have half a dozen episodes in the queue. If you're watching this, we got them lined up, but we have to come up with 50 ideas.
Yeah.
We need your help. We are super creative, but I don't think anybody is just that creative on its face. If this isn't a conversation, if this is just like a one-sided, we're just pushing content out and we're not getting feedback from you guys, that'll tell us everything we know about whether or not we need to keep doing this podcast.
Right.
Our hope this year is that we're starting a conversation with people like us, maybe in family situations and family dynamics like ours, maybe not, but people that are recognizing there are problems in the world, and the right business could not only solve that problem, but create a life, maybe the life that God meant for you to live. So that's almost entrepreneurs. Last thing we need to talk about, we're out of time, but almost entrepreneurs. Why almost entrepreneurs? Have we talked about that?
I don't know that you and I have talked about that. Maybe we did. But
well, yeah.
I mean, I think about all the businesses that we've started and maybe it didn't work out. And so we want to try something new. This is just my perspective.
Yeah.
But one thing I'll say about Matt is I just believe in him so much. And so one of the things he's doing right now is working with chiropractors. And there's one in particular who we don't really know a ton about chiropractic. We're not doctors. But just with a few things that Matt was able to suggest, he helped this guy increase revenue by millions of dollars. Yep. So I'm not saying like we're millionaires and we're out here doing the thing, but we are figuring some things out and helping other people so that eventually that's the hope that we can build a business as well in that way.
Yeah. And it's fulfilling work. Mm-hmm. It is great. We work with some legends. Like, I call them entrepreneurs. That's why I say, for me, like, I'll say I'm almost an entrepreneur. We built a few businesses, call us small town successful. Mm-hmm. We're honored to get to do what we get to do. We work with some absolute legends, but also that almost entrepreneurs, it really speaks to the work that we're doing this year to lay groundwork for maybe that big thing next year.
Right.
So like almost there, almost to that big idea. We're going to go through 50 to get there. We're almost there. 1 year is going to fly by. Yep. But we're just excited to start the conversation.
And y'all are in it with us. You're in it for a long ride. Maybe you're like us where you're looking for the thing that is not just going to make you profitable as a family, but of course we need income, but also that will be completely fulfilling for you and your family. So we hope to help you and also learn some things along the way.
Yeah. And we're going to sign off with this question. Please answer it in the comments below. It would mean the world to us. What is a problem that you wish a business would become of? What am I saying? What is a problem you wish there was a business that solved that problem? That maybe you just kind of feeding us future content, problems that we can solve by coming up with these business ideas. And then again, as we present them, give us feedback. You love it. You hate it. You'd never do it. We're going to rank these businesses each week. So we want you to rank them with us. So scale of 1 to 10.
We're also going to have some guest appearances from our kids that have some pretty baller ideas.
Yeah.
I'm like, we can't put that up because it's too good.
Yeah. We will wrestle with some of these episodes before we release them as to whether or not we should go ahead and do them, or if we're going to stand by our word and say, no, we're releasing 50. So what's the problem that you wish there was a business that solved that problem? Put that in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on the very first episode, and we'll see you on the next one.
See ya.
See ya.